And we've got Anders Krohn with us here in Las Vegas from Belardi Auto Sports. Anders, it's hot here, a little bit different than Kentucky, headed into the final race of the year. What's the mindset? There's a lot going on for a young guy like you. Who knows what the future holds?
Yeah, no, exactly. And it's the last race of the year, and really our season in the number 9 Belardi Auto Racing car it's been tough. We've had so many unfortunate incidents happen throughout the year that really all we're looking for is a strong end to the year, because we haven't finished an oval race yet this year. So I think that would be the ideal starting point, finishing the race. To finish first, you first have to finish, right? So I think that's our number one goal, and then hopefully we can be up in the top 5 there. But again, it's a super speedway. We're going to be running 3 wide the whole race. Anything can happen, so we're just going to go in with an open mindset and see what happens.
Now, I should point out, Anders took myself and my camera guy there on a ride in a pace car at the Kentucky Motor Speedway, which was awesome. Thank you for driving us around. But you mentioned your trouble on the ovals. That race didn't go so well for you guys. What happened in Kentucky?
That race lasted about 10 seconds for us, unfortunately, and we had a mechanical issue in qualifying that relegated us to the back of the grid. So we started at the back, and then directly going into turn 1, we were passing cars on the high side, which I quite liked it on the high side. It worked at Indy certainly, but then unfortunately there were a few guys up front that spun and collected each other, and at the end there was a small gap there that was a bit less than a car width wide, and I got collected and slammed into the wall. So turn 1, lap 1, very unfortunate, because I think we had a good race car there, but hopefully we can make up for what we lost there, here at Vegas.
Definitely. Now, when that happened, was that scary at all, or did it just kind of happen so quick and it was over before you knew it that you didn't really have that much time to think about it?
I don't think you have time to get scared. It's more like bracing yourself, but at the same time, when you're in the car, you're almost into like a Superman mode, so you think you can handle anything. So, until you're in the wall, like hard in the wall, you're actually thinking like, hey, I can get this, So I think that was my mindset until I was actually buried in the wall, and then certainly, especially my left knee, objected a little bit after that. So
how is it now? Is it all right?
It's getting better. I mean, I still can't run, but I can walk all right. So yeah.
Now, I remember you said in Kentucky that you liked the fact that the track wasn't that smooth. It wasn't pool table-like smooth, was how you described it. This is a little smoother out here, isn't it?
This is pool table material. So I think what you'll see here is you'll see 2-3 wide the entire race long, and it's just going to be one big pack of cars running with each other. I don't think there's going to be anybody that's going to be able to break away. So even though it's a 1.5 mile oval with almost the same amount of banking as Kentucky, it's going to be a totally different race from that perspective. So I think here you'll see a big pack. Hopefully it'll all be clean though.
What does a guy like Anders Krohn do during the off season?
Just work a lot with the sponsors and the partners to make obviously the financial ends of everything work. As a race car driver, you're 90% businessman and then 10% driver. And in addition to that, you want to build a good physical foundation for the next year to make sure you're strong, fit, light enough to take on a full year of beating.
And what do you? I mean, is that just running and lifting weights? Is there anything special you do for your workout regimen?
Well, it's a lot of running, and I mean, we drive generally around with the 85 to 90% heart rate during the races, and it lasts for about 1.5 hours. So it's a lot of running, a lot of bicycling, and also some weights on the specific areas that we use in the car: shoulder, neck, all that stuff. A lot of G-forces in these cars, obviously. So it's a special type of workout, and then especially for a guy like me, as high as I am, I need to make sure that my weight stays low enough as well.
What's your ideal racing weight?
Well, my ideal racing weight, I think I'm at right now, is 155. I'd like to be lighter, but I think 155 is as light as I can be and still have strength enough to be able to steer the car for a whole race.
All right, well, hey, good luck out there and enjoy the off season, and thanks for hanging out with us here in Las Vegas.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.